out on Acuna. And that'll do it. One left for Atlanta, and we are still scoreless. Back here in Atlanta, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Bryce Terang. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Contreras stands in now and watches strike one. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Going to count 1-2.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Inside, almost got him. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Rhys Hoskins to the plate. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Right down to shoot, and that is strike one. Fourth inning underway, no score. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Just off the outside edge. 1-2 the count.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Missed with a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a chopper out to short. Arcia fires to first on the run, and they get the out. Gone in order are the Brewers, and we're still knotted at 0. Back at Truist Park, bottom of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. The pick behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Well, right now this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
Comes up empty.
You know, Brooke, every team has a hitters meeting pregame. But this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
0-2 now. In the air, left field, down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. And the pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
To third. Handles, throws to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Up next for the Braves, first baseman,
Is Matt Olson down. Struck out swinging his first time. And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. Through 4, still tied. Zip, zip. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Sale back to work, and that drops in for a strike. Chourio in his 3rd season, only 20 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. And a ground ball to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
And now the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. And that is out of play. One down, base is empty. That misses. Ball 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And there's a ball.
2.
The Brewers yet to pick up a hit here. That one not close. And that's ball 3.
Oh, they've had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Popped in the air, left field. Dives, and he can't hang on. Go ahead, run on base. Joseph Ortiz will hit next. That's down and in.
1-0.
And now 2-0.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
And Sale deals. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 3. All tied up here in game 1 of the NLDS. fouls one away, and now 3-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Ground ball could be 2. There's 1. On to Olsen. That's 2. Another inning in the books, but not before they put a hit on the board and erase the no-no. And we still have no score. Game 1 of the division series. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. Line drive, base hit right field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Now batting, left fielder.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Profar climbs in on that left side. 0 for 1 so far. Profar, who hails from Curacao, same place that produced Andrew Jones. Profar gets a piece there. Riley gets his lead at first with nobody out.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. No advance, good job behind the dish. Ozzy Albies up to the plate.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Next offering upstairs.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Line drive, base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Now batting, catcher, Sean.
That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat. And I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
Here's Sean Murphy. Fouled off. He was late. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. But no advance from the runners.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
late on that fastball.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
And a swing and a miss. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Blake Perkins.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Just missed.
Ball 1, no strike.
A changeup missing, and the count is 2-0. Cut on and lifted in the air. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. 1 up, 1 down. Andrew Monasterio up now for the Brewers. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swing and a miss.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Goes down looking. Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Christian Yelich up now for the Brewers. 0 for 2 in this one. That one drifts inside. And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
Next pitch in for a strike. And the count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Two outs. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. And Acuna able to make the grab. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. No score. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves. Ronald Acuna Jr.
So, Boog, here's an interesting fact about Acuna. He has the most home runs at Truist Park. He passed Freddie Freeman for the top spot in 2023, and I think he might hold that record for a while. You know, these Braves, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Strike 1.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for him at times.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one missed. That misses the zone, and the count's full. The other way, hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Harris stands in now, looks at that one inside. Swings through that.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a bouncer. Not in time to get him, and the tapper turns into an infield single.
It's a good hustle. And when we're talking about an emerging leader on a team, those are the things that are going to be necessary for him to do to set that example, you know, game in, game out.
One gone, runner at first. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Has grounded out a couple of times. And the first pitch misses for ball one. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Myers picks over Harris. Back in on a dive. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes up the middle. In plenty of time to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Matt Olson next up for the Braves.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. He sends one out the opposite way, and the Braves have the lead now. It's 2-0. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Tobias Myers will depart. Good effort out of him, even though he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm on the bump after a quick break.
Now pitching from
The new
Milwaukee.
pitcher in the game, Yoel Payos.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality. Quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's Austin Riley. Fought off foul. Now the 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Aaron Ashby, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Hudson also getting ready. Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it on to first, and it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball, and it's 2-zip. You're watching the National League Division Series on the show.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Aaron Bummer.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
This is Bryce
Leading off
Terang.
for Milwaukee.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top
Terang.
prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And the first pitch misses in the dirt.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
Inside, and it's 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
A little up front there as he swings through it.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. And now it's William Contreras. And strike one to the catcher.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Next offering is in for a strike. Fights it off. He'll see another. Tying run at the plate. Swung on, belted. Going back. Caught just shy of the wall.
And he hammered that to straightaway center field. It's a deep part of the ballpark. Tell you what, that wind is blowing straight in. Got to be a big man if you're going to go through the wind of that part of the park. It just knocked that ball down. Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And a curve is down and in. Hoskins pushes a foul.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
The tying run at the plate. Gets a piece and stays alive. Way high. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Next for Milwaukee, Jackson Chourio.
Jackson Chourio.
Runner on the go. Strike in there. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. With the tying run at the plate, here in the late stages of game one. In the air, left field, Profar. And that is that. Milwaukee leads one. They trail it here 2-0. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. That one fouled off. Base is empty, one away here in game one of the NLDS. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
7 fouls in a row. Such an impressive at bat we're seeing right here, regardless of how it ends up.
That's a ball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
And down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Next to hit, Sean Murphy.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swings through that one for strike one.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
0-2 is the count.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Braves go down quickly here as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Ready to begin the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. Bummer back to work. And a strike in there.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Line drive and a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
That one down the line, and it's just foul. That was close. Tying run at the plate. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Bummer deals. And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-2. And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back. It bangs off the wall. Around third. He'll score. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
No throw, and everyone is safe.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Puts a bunt down. Riley. In there. He's safe. Big at bat coming up with Christian Yelich step. Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Aaron Bummer done for the day, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching.
New pitcher for the Braves, Dylan Lee.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
And the slider just misses.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. One runs in, and it's off the wall. Another comes in to score. Cut off, now a throw home. In there safely. It's 4-2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but that one almost got him. Runner at second. Nobody out. That misses the zone, and that's ball 2. Way inside. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
First and second, no outs. Contreras now at the plate. Right through there for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Grounded to third, could be 2. Over to Albies. How about that double play?
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
First baseman, Luke Hoskins.
And here is Hoskins. 0 for 3 in this one. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. And ball 1. And it is 2-1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Jackson Chourio up next for the Brewers. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Next for the Brewers, Jackson Chourio. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. There's the strike.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter.
Well, he's under to make the catch in center, and we'll take a break. But 4 score in the inning. 3 of them on this bases clearing double. It's now 4-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Abner Uribe.
Now pitching for Milwaukee, Number 45, Abner Uribe.
So now to the plate for
Leading off
Atlanta,
for the Braves,
Orlando
the
Arcia.
shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Uribe, in his second season, 24 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit-by-pitch to lead off the inning. Here's Acuna now.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
Outside low, and that's ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Trevor McGill, the closer of the staff, is getting loose to finish this one off. Peguero warming up as well. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
I see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Harris swings through it for strike 1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Monasterio. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. Here's a chopper to short. Monasterio got him on the off-balance throw. That's the 3rd out. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Bryce Elder.
Number 55, Bryce Elder.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. Elder, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. Next offering way upstairs. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that misses. And now 3 balls and a strike. And it's fouled away. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
In the dirt, 1-0.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
And another ball working down in the zone to start the at-bat, looking for that double play ground ball.
Yeah, back-to-back sinkers there. He's looking for some weak contact or to get this hitter to roll over. Now, as a hitter, you have to be really disciplined. Don't look down because you'll end up chasing the ball down. Set your sights high. Maybe you get a mistake.
On the ground to first. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. First and second. No outs. Now it's the right fielder, Blake Perkins. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Fouled off left side. Elder fires. Line drive. And Acuna able to make the grab. Runner tags at second to third. Not in time. And it's runners at the corners with one gone.
Good read there at second base to move up to third. Now it's a lot easier to get that run in with one away.
Monasterio at the plate and takes high there.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Outside low, and it's 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Runners at the corners, one away. Here in the late stages of game one. Hit in the air left field. Profar has a beat on it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Here's 0-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Pitch misses, and the count 1-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get.
They take the force out, and that is that. So no run. And here's the closer to try and finish off game one. Trevor McGill.
Same opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Leading off for the Braves, first baseman, Matt Olson.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Makes the grab, one down.
Now batting, third baseman.
He's 2 outs away. Austin Riley next up for the Braves. 1 for 3. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. To his knee, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Look at how he dives right there. Is able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
Profar at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
Well, so many hard throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch up.
Top of the zone for a called strike. 2-run game, a 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Winning never gets old, but it's also important to come out and play with some level of a fear of failure. That's what brings out the best, knowing that if I don't bring it today, we could lose. And nobody likes to lose, especially when you work this hard to play at this level. Nice win today.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.